Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the last webinar of BCT Expo 2021. Today, we have an honor for Mr. Marco Omi, Area Sales Manager from Precast Group, Germany, to speak on the topic Precast Group Complete System for Precast Concrete Plant. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Marco.
Hello, everybody. I'm Marco Olmi, RSS Manager of Progress Group. I'm responsible for Asia and Pacific market. And I'm glad to welcome you today to our webinar, our presentation. We are going to present you Progress Group, who we are, what we do, how is our organization, how it's made, what we provide to our customers worldwide. We are also going to have an overview about the different precast application, the different type of elements that can be produced with our equipment, with our technology. We will also discuss about the benefits of precast. That is really important to understand why precast is a winning solution compared to the traditional custom situ. And we will also have an overview about the different production methods and which kind of technologies fit better than others for the manufacturing of different type of elements. At first, we are going to show you a short video that speaks well and gives an introduction about our group. And then later on, after the video, we will go a little more deep in details with further explanation about our structure and our group. Enjoy the video. within our group, we have different companies in 3 different business segments. The mechanical engineering, as you can see on the left side, meaning the company where we develop, we design, and provide all the technologies for precast and derivative industry. Then we have our software development, a company within the group where we develop our software in-house that is used together with the machinery, again, for the precast and the rebar industry. On the right side, we are also active directly in the building industry, meaning that we have our own precast factory where we use our own equipment. That means that we can understand from the producer point of view, from the end user, and we test equipment in our facility, and we use our own facility also for customer training. That is a plus for all our customers. Briefly, we saw, and we can go more in details about who is doing what. We have the 5 main companies in the group for the mechanical engineering area, starting from EBAV, that is based in Germany, nearby Berlin, is the company where we develop our circulation plant, our carousel plants that are normally the more automated and with a higher output for the manufacturing of wall and slabs for precast industries. With Progress Machine and Automation is the company where we develop all the machinery for the reinforcement processing. Means all the machinery are running and making a reinforcement, meshes, welded meshes, cages, stirrups, starting from coils. The third company, Technocom, is based in Italy, in Udine, and we do all the stationary production system based on molding system for normal reinforced and pre-stressed elements for the precast concrete industries. With the company Eco Precast Engineering that is based in Belgium, we do the special machinery and plants, long beds that are used for long pre-stressed concrete elements, more specifically for hollow core slabs. Last but not least, Ultraspan, that is based in North America and Canada, is also a company developing equipment and solution for hollow core solution. Ultraspan is more focused on market in the Americas, while Eco is covering the rest of the world. We can have a better understanding with some pictures, with some more information, starting with EBAV. This is how a pallet circulation system looks like. Normal for this kind of production is where we have the higher output with the most automated solution. In this type of equipment, the production is happening on top of pallets that are running within the plant itself. And each different station is dedicated to a different operation. We can see something about Progress, some better understanding about how a mesh welding machine looks like, as well as a stirrup bender, just to name a few. Obviously, there are many more solutions and equipment available. This is just to give you a brief introduction. What is interesting, this type of equipment normally are coming together with the other production lines and are suitable to be running together for the just-in-time production of the reinforcement, especially together with the carousel plant by EBAV. Moving to Technocom, here we have all the stationary production line made of molds for making different type of elements, either with the standard reinforcement or pre-stress elements that are also quite and widely used for infrastructure and public works, just to make an example. Again, Eco Precast Engineering, with all the machinery used for the manufacturing of pre-stressed products, mainly the hollow core slabs, but not only hollow core slabs, It's also possible with this type of equipment, for instance, to produce different elements, always made by pre-stress technology. As we said before, we have our own software development company, that is the company named Progress Software Development, where we do in-house all the solution and all the software that is necessary to run the equipment. In particular, you see over here, we have what we call the EVOS, is the software that is running all the machinery operation within a carousel plant. It is related to the CAD system, meaning that it is possible to reach the highest level of automation with the CAD/CAM production. You can transfer directly the drawing of the elements from your CAD system to the EVOS and produce in automated way, in a very efficient way, all the elements just in time and custom built. But this is not only the solution available, we have others. Just for example, the ERP EVOS, that is our software that is used above to run the whole Precast company. It has a full range of ERP solution. And just to finish about our main companies in the group, then we have our Progress AG, where is actually our own Precast company, where we do every day production and manufacturing and installation of Precast elements. More specifically, we are keen on the production of double wall, insulated double wall, and this type of very advanced system. In what we have our own company called the Green Code, as when we do consultancy and agreements for developing special solution and special services together with Progress Precast. This is a map showing our presence in the worldwide market. As of today, we are present in more than 70 countries worldwide. You can see here on the map in the blue color. Definitely we miss a few of them, but we are working. And we are also present with our own offices and service center, like a service center we have in Kuala Lumpur, that is serving all our customers in Asia and Pacific area. Therefore, we can cover the whole globe from different offices, from different service centers, providing the best possible after-sales service to all our customers. Now we go a little more deep in details about the Precast applications. Definitely you know about this, and you know that Precast concrete elements are widely used for many different types of buildings. Definitely the residential buildings, either low-rise, high-rise buildings, but not only. There are plenty of applications for office buildings, hotels, university, schools, what we call educational buildings. Other type of buildings, structures, sport arenas and stadium, car parks, shopping mall, factories, industrial buildings, logistics centers, quite a lot, really a lot of applications. And last but not least, the public works and infrastructure, where also Precast elements like bridge girders, bridge beams are definitely used all around the globe. Here we can see some view about different type of buildings for residential application, how different type of elements with full Precast building and like load-bearing elements, hollow core slabs or solid slabs, even the foundation can be done with Precast beams. And this can be done for different type of buildings, not only low-rise building, but condominium, high-rise building too. And as I said before, very widely adopted in many countries, also for industrial and commercial buildings, like shopping malls, offices, factories, logistics centers, where all these type of Precast elements can be used and are widely used with a lot of benefits compared to other solution and other building systems. Why these elements are widely used and why they're getting more and more common in many areas as well, not only Europe, not only in Western markets, is because of the benefits of precast. We can see that there are several reasons why precast concrete is definitely a valid solution, a valid alternative against the traditional cast in situ. We can share, let's say, in 4 big families, is advantages on cost, advantages on better quality, advantage on design, and then sustainability of the production cycle made using precast. If we take a look more deep, one of the main advantages definitely is the speed of construction. Precast is really a solution that make all the construction time and installation time much more faster. Then you have a reduction of manpower. A very, very important point that I want to highlight is that during manufacturing and during installation site, there is a very, very sensitive reduction of manpower with all the benefits that you can have having less manpower. In many places around the globe is very hot topic because there is a lack of specialized manpower. It's not easy to find specialized worker, and that's why using precast is a very clever solution to overcome this problem. There is an optimal material usage. There are a lot of saving in raw material compared to traditional cast in situ because we are doing industrialized construction. All the construction of the elements is done within a factory, inside a factory, and is not the traditional cast in situ side. Therefore, you can control much better what is happening, and you use only the material that is necessary, nothing less, nothing more. Jumping to the quality, this is also related to these topics. The control quality and the fact that you're running all the production within a factory, you can control the quality. Elements are leaving the factory only if the quality is the best possible. Therefore, there's less issues at site because of quality. And a very important topic is also related to the fact that you running the factory are not depending by the weather conditions. You can run 24/7 within the factory, no matter if it's hot, if it's cold, if it's raining, or if it's sunny. And this is a plus compared to traditional cast in situ operation. And all the elements made with the technology we saw before is a much better surface because you are using a system solution with molds, with pallets, with beds, and the surface of the elements and the quality is definitely much better compared to traditional cast in situ. With the design, we can say that we have benefits because you can have a better efficiency from the structural point of view and freedom on architectural point of view. Using precast, for example, hollow core, you can have a longer span between supports. You can avoid columns and intermediate supports. Therefore, it gives to the architect, it gives to the designer more freedom, and it is a plus compared to the traditional cast in situ as normally is used. Another benefit is related to the better thermal and acoustic insulation, especially when we do insulated precast walls. That is very easy, is very common using our solution, our equipment. And last, talking about the green area, we use less material, then we have less wastage, especially on site. And at the end, all the precast concrete structure can be recycled. Therefore, the carbon footprint, the energy footprint is less compared to other building systems. Here we can see some example about the benefit we discussed before. look into the speed of construction. This is an example about high-rise building. We can see that is 23 floors, and it was built completely prefabricated in only 24 weeks after completion of the foundations. As a rule of thumb, we can say 1 story a week. That is much, much faster compared to other building systems. As the same also on the right, in this case, is a different structure, is not load-bearing element, is made by a grid of beams and columns, but also precast. In this case also is even faster, 42 floors with 2 stories per week as installation time at site. The quality and the safety, those two are also very essential benefits coming from the use of precast. Quality, you're running a supervised quality control system, therefore the aesthetics of the elements are much better. All those elements can be installed, just painted on top, and are completed. There are plenty of different finishing available, so we can really cover all the possible demands coming from the architects, and at the end, the quality is definitely better. Safety is also important. Doing the buildings we saw before using precast solutions, installation at site is much faster. You have less people at site, much less people. Then at the end, this means you have higher safety, less risk of injuries for the workers at site. And this is something to be considered. A view then, talking about the benefits with the use of material. If you compare traditional slabs with hollow-core slabs, we can see immediately that it's much lighter, and the use of aggregates, cement, and water is definitely lower compared to a traditional slab. As before, material consumption, if you look at concrete consumption with precast compared to cast in situ, is lower. Steel consumption is lower, and then manpower, as I said before, is half of the manpower that you need. And this, at the end of the year, is a huge advantage. An overview about what is the structural efficiency and freedom with architectural solution. As an example, why is so common with parking lots? Because using pre-stress beams, for example, you can reach much longer span, like for example, 60 meters easily, and therefore you have less columns in the between. This is a big plus for shopping malls, logistics shops, logistic areas, and you understand directly compared to other solution is a big advantage, as well as use for residential building. Load-bearing elements, you avoid the use of columns, and all the area is a net area that you can use with more freedom from the aesthetic point of view. The benefit also, we say, thermal and acoustic insulation is a huge advantage because, like for example, in this case, using a sandwich panel with insulating material, we definitely have thermal insulation in a hot season and a cold season as well. And at the end, this means you need less power to cool or to heat up the building. And a big power saving is also a money saving at the end of the year. Another big advantage that is a plus for residential, but also for commercial and office building, is the noise reduction. A concrete has excellent acoustic insulation, and the quality of living inside the building made of precast, from the acoustic point of view, is definitely a plus. Now, a short overview about the different production methods, because we saw that we have different companies, and now we want to understand together for different elements which is the best manufacturing method, or what is the solution that we can provide depending to the final element, the final products that we are discussing together. We saw that we have beams and columns, we have different type of wall elements, different type of slabs, and we want to check together which of those manufacturing methods are most suitable to them. We can start from the structural components, where we have our stationary production line with molds made by the company Technocom, where we do all the typical solution for beams and columns. Those are just a few examples, with normal reinforcement or pre-stress too. If you go to the wall elements, we have, for example, the very typical production method is the use of tilting tables. Those are casting tables that are lifted to the vertical position, meaning that after curing of the elements, they can be lifted and moved already in vertical position, placed directly on top of track or on the racks. And this is a very common system that also require a low initial investment. And for the low, medium output is definitely one very common solution. This together with the other possible type of molding system made by Technocom that are the battery molds. Battery molds are equipment where the casting of the elements, in this case, we're talking about wall elements, solid, are cast directly in vertical position. A benefit of this typical solution is the high output with a limited space. Within the factory, in a small area, you can cast multiple times those elements with a very high output compared to other production line, like the stationary casting line. And together with the benefit we said before about the quality and the finishing of the elements coming out from the mold. For the manufacturing of hollow core slabs, like this example, we are talking about the equipment provided by the company Precast Engineering from Belgium. These production lines are made of long beds where we have different machines running on top and producing the elements directly. Those are pre-stress elements. And generally, we have two main machines that can produce this type of slab, namely the slip former and the extruder. There are some differences between one and the other, but both of them are very, very useful and, let's say, commonly adopted solution worldwide. Slip former has a possibility to have a higher versatility because you can produce other type of elements. It's very flexible, very cost effective. While extruder is dedicated to the production of hollow core slabs with reduction of raw material compared to the slip former, and where it's possible also to have a higher level of automation control. And then we have what we call the carousel system. Carousel, but also named as a pellet circulation system. As we said before, there are pellets made of steel that are running automatically within the plant as a circulating system. And on each position, the system is making a different operation: cleaning, oiling, reinforcing, casting, curing, and then removal of the elements. All those are made in sequence and are controlled by a software that is made by our sister company to reach the higher level of automation. And together with this production line, we can see, for example, also all the reinforcement equipment together in such a way that you can benefit from the just-in-time production with less manpower and a higher output compared to the previous systems. At the end, as just named a minute ago, the reinforcement machinery made by Progress Machine and Automation, also based in Italy, where we have different type of machinery for the production of all the possible reinforcements that are necessary for all the production line we saw before. This is a very complementary type of supply for all the other precast producers, as well as for the rebar processing companies. We have machine dedicated for the production of welded mesh, normal or special mesh, special engineering mesh. Then we have solution for the manufacturing of lattice girders, different type of stirrups and cage, and much more. This is just to give an overview. You can find more details and you can have a link. You can find a link where to go and where to visit, visiting our website, www.progress-group.info. And there you have a possibility to go more in details about the different production lines, about the different type of equipment we were discussing, and where you can also find our contacts and how to send an inquiry or how to contact us for further follow-up and better understanding. That's all for my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope to hear from you as soon as, and I wish you a good time and stay well. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Marco, for an impressive presentation. At the moment, we are on the Q&A session. If you have any question, please leave your question at the Q&A channel, and we are willing to give you all answer. Please welcome Mr. Marco to join in with me. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you, or at least a distance at the time. Next time, I hope to see you close by in Bangkok. I can see there are a few questions on the Q&A panel, and we can go through one by one.
Okay.
Then, of course, we can have direct communication with the customers if they want to contact me, or to have more detailed explanation and follow-up on another occasion, or we can have one-to-one further Zoom meeting, Teams meetings, or whatever.
That's great. That's great.
To introduce better. Okay.
So, shall we start with the first question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's start. So, is it necessary to have an experience in construction in order to start production of precast concrete plants?
Well, it is not necessary, definitely not. We have several customers, they came from completely different businesses, and they open and they are successful with new precast plants. So it is not necessary, definitely. We are not providing only the machinery, we provide also the technology transfer, the know-how. We do training on site, we can do training at our facility in Europe before the arrival of the equipment, so the customer, even without experience, have a possibility, and this is proven by many years of experience, to do in an efficient way and in the best way production at site, even without experience. So if they have experience, it's okay, but also without experience, it is definitely possible. And some customers of ours, they were very, very successful, even with no experience at all.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's continue with the second question. How long is the useful life of a precast concrete plant?
Wow, that's obviously there is not a certain answer to this. It is Possible depending also by the way you handle, the way you use it, the way you maintain to use this precast plant for dozens of years. We have customers that are using the factory since more than 20, 25, 30 years. But of course, it depends which level of use and which level of maintenance is adopted during the years. If you treat well the equipment, if you do the proper maintenance, they can last for many, many years. If not, definitely the life will be shorter. It's like a car. If you do the proper maintenance, the proper care, the lifetime will be longer. If not, it will be shorter. But it also depends on the level of automation and the type of factory you're talking about. Some equipment are very simple, very basic. Other equipment could be much more complex. So the lifetime could be different depending by the level of automation. But definitely we're talking about long-term investment. So the payback time is shorter than the lifetime of the production plant.
Okay, so let's continue. How can I make sure to get a production plan that meets my requirements?
Okay, this is a very important question. It is very keen. It is a correct. Actually, there are no standard solution in our portfolio. All the customers, before providing the solution, we go in a very detailed discussion to get together, to understand together which are the requirements, and we provide a customized solution. So each single customer has a different plant, has a different setup compared to others, because even in the same country, even close by customers, only a few kilometers far away each other, they have different factories, different needs. So the most important point is to understand at the beginning what is really necessary, not to give something less or something more than necessary. So a detailed discussion, a detailed preparation work is necessary to have clear understanding on both sides, the supplier side and the buyer side, to get a good understanding. What is also important is that the system normally can be updated in the future. So we can provide factories, we can provide plants that are good today with a certain setup, but can be upgraded, extended in the near future. This means that in 5 years or 10 years' time, if the customer wants, they can increase the capacity, they can add more machine, so they can make the factory running during the operation of the factory itself. So it is a proper question, because proper planning is a key of success for this.
Yes, I also agree with you. And then, how do real estate development and precast concrete element fit together?
This is correct. They fit together very much, because the main point of having this precast plant running is to have a better quality and much faster delivery and installation at site. That is definitely something that the real estate developers are looking for. They can deliver the project in much faster time, and they can deliver a solution with a better quality to their customer. So this is a key of success. Being faster, being more effective, saving material, saving cost, saving manpower is at the end saving of money. So yes, they can make more money and they can deliver faster. So definitely real estate developers are very, very keen to understand which is the way, and especially in Thailand and Southeast Asia, many companies, many of our customers, they have a successful story that we can show. We can provide examples and references to show, not only on talking on paper, but in reality to prove it.
Yes, that's right. And I also got the last question is about it. Is this very important one? How important is automation regarding the production of precast concrete elements?
Yeah, automation is a key of success. Is one of the reasons that you can reduce the quantity and the skill of manpower compared to traditional production system, manufacturing system, or custom situ. And using robots, using machinery with a high level of automation, you can get higher level of quality, no matter day or night, winter or summer, not related to the weather, not related to the situation on the spot. So machinery are very, let's say, constant and reliable. And with a higher level of automation, you can get the higher output with the best quality compared to traditional manual labor. And in many countries, this is a situation happening even in Southeast Asia. There is a shortage of skilled manpower. It's not easy in the construction business to find manpower to be available to work in the construction site. So having a factory where you can use automated robot and production plant definitely helps our customer to sort this problem because they use much less people at site. Installation is much easier and faster, and you don't need any high-skilled worker to do that. So it's a key of success, and we can support our customer with that.
And actually, I also have the question for myself. Do you have any representative in Asia or in Thailand?
Definitely. We work in any country normally because it is almost impossible straight from Europe to deal directly with local company because of the language, because of the time difference. So in almost any of our, let's say, country where we are present, we work with local partners, local representative. We also have local representative in Thailand that can support directly on site, speaking your language, and I can provide the contact of this company B2B. Mr. Chayong is our representative for Thailand, and he will be happy to support you and to provide direct assistance directly.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Marco. On behalf of Building Construction Technology Expo 2021, I would like to thank you to you and Progress Group and the audience to join in the session with us. For any further question to Progress Group, the audience, you can send the direct email to Mr. Marco or to Progress Group. I hope everyone enjoy our activity, and I hope to meet everyone again on next year. And today, I would like to thank you very much, and I hope to see you later.
Thank you so much as well.
Thank you.
Thanks from our side. See you soon. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
You too. Cheers.